Good day. So, as a reminder, I will be in Syracuse, New York on March the 11th, and I will also be in Austin, Texas on March the 18th. So, if anyone needs any help while I'm in the area, you can reach out. My information will be at the top of this video. Now, moving into my story for today. Now, this story is a little different than the way it normally goes. So, last week, I started to get this this overwhelming feeling that something was attacking a friend of mine. So I reached out to see how this friend was doing. Now I automatically knew that something had attached to this person. So I knew something demonic somehow had attached, but I wasn't quite sure on, you know, on what the case was. So anyway, after speaking with them, they told me, yeah, we know everything's pretty much been normal. Well, I've been feeling normal. And so I kept saying, nah, something's not right. So I started to look into this situation a little more, a little more deeper to figure out exactly what was happening. Now, what happened with this case was, okay, so this person, they live in an apartment, right? So they stay in this apartment, and their front door is very close to the neighbor's front door. So the neighbor had a sign in the front of the door, all right? But the way, since their doors are so close, it's almost like this sign is like in the middle of both of their doors. So the sign says home sweet home on it. But my friend, she said she noticed that when she came home, she saw that the sign said welcome. So she talked to the neighbor about this, and she asked her, because I explained to her about these welcome signs. Whenever you have like a welcome sign, a welcome mat, what it means is that you're inviting any and everything to, you are welcoming them to come inside your home. So that's what you're doing. So she explained this to the neighbor. Now, the funny thing about it, the neighbor said she never flipped the sign. She said she had not been home, and she never touched that sign. So somehow the sign magically flipped by itself. Now, what happened was something followed her inside of the home. Now, she's been noticing since I pointed that out that she's been having a lot of pain in her kidneys. And she said to the point that she was like 2 seconds away from going to the emergency room because the pain was so bad. Now, demons have entered and attached to her from this sign being outside of her door. Now, this wasn't even her sign. So most people may say, okay, well, what can you do in a situation like that if your front doors is so close to someone else's front door? And it's the other person's sign, because of course you can't control what another person puts outside. So with a situation like that, what you can do is, before you walk inside of your home, you can say, nothing is allowed to follow me. As long as you say that, whatever spirits are out there trying to get in, they won't be able to come in. But you have to say that. You have to say that. So really, it's good to train yourself, to train your mind, so that you're saying it every time you come inside of your home. Because believe it or not, spirits follow, demons follow, But if you say that nothing is allowed to follow me, then they can't follow you, and they can't follow you in your home. Now, she had a case, and with these demons and these spirits, they have targets on certain individuals, because of their spiritual gifts. They got certain ones that they try to really, really come after. It could be the ones with the spiritual gifts, the chosen ones, the ones that have like a large or big assignment. So they will try to come. Now, she's already had one case where it was a pair of shoes that was set outside of her door. They were brand new shoes. So, but she was able to get a hold of me, and I told her to leave the shoes alone. Well, to find out, there were demons attached to the shoes. So if she would have brought those shoes inside the house, then those demonic spirits would have came in. So these are the tricks that these demons, these devils, these spirits will play. They try to do anything to get in. I've also had a case when someone has had flowers sent to the house. They didn't even know where the flowers came from. They had a funny feeling, so they never brought the flowers in, and they was able to get a hold of me. And I told them leave them outside. Something was attached to the flowers. So that's something else. They can send you anything, and something can be attached to it. But once you bring it inside of the home, now you're allowing the demons to come inside the home. I've had another case when a neighbor like baked a cake and left it in front for the neighbors to take in, and they had a funny feeling. They left it, and it was a good decision because something was attached to the cake. So this does not mean that the neighbors, that they were demonic. They just had demons on them, and the demons, what they can do once you're making a cake, they can transfer into, of course, the ingredients. So the neighbor didn't realize that that's what was happening. But again, these demons, it's a lot of tricks and a lot of different ways that they can enter you. So keep that in mind with these welcome signs, with these welcome mats. Never even say you're welcome to someone. So if someone says thanks, do not say you're welcome. When you are saying you're welcome, you are welcoming in everything that is attached to them. And so a lot of people are getting hit hard by this and have no clue. So people ask me, well, what do you say? You can say sure, you can say no problem, whatever you want to say. You can say my pleasure, whatever you want to say. But whenever you do say you're welcome, you are welcoming in those demonic spirits. So this is, the different ways that they can get in. So if you're seeing different things that's suspicious and it does not look right, it's outside of your door, do not bring it inside of your home. Don't do it. I just finished working with someone, and a guy placed witchcraft on her. So, and I was working, taking her through deliverance to break the witchcraft. And this guy, he knew it. So he tried to send some flowers to her. But again, if she would have brought the flowers in, then it would have been a whole nother situation. So yeah, if you don't know where this stuff is coming from, don't allow it to come inside the house, because it could be some of the oddest things: brand new pair of shoes, a coat, a shirt, a pants. Don't just pick up stuff and just bring it inside your house, because it could bring a lot of trouble to you that you'll have no clue or idea where this stuff is coming from. So wanted to share that story with you today. Everyone have a safe and great day.